Today we'll start the new topic, parallel combination of resistance. In the previous lecture we have completed the series combination. In that type of combination we have covered the types of different patterns of resistance. If the resistors are of different value, then what will be its equivalent resistance, and if all the resistors having the common and the same value if combined in series, then how the resistance, equivalent resistance will be obtained, that all we have covered. Now the today's topic is parallel combination. In this type of combination, all the resistors are joined at common end. Here the one end of all resistor is joined at the common end here, and the other end is joined here commonly. The resistance R1, R2 and R3. The two ends of combined value is connected across a cell, positive and negative. Now this is a parallel combination. Why? It is discussed due to two reasons. One is all the one end are connected at one common end, and the other end of all the resistors are connected at other end. This is the first reason that all resistance are connected in parallel, it is said. The other reason is for its parallel combination is whatever the current starts flowing from the cell will reach at this common junction, and at this point of circuit it is having three different paths to go. Whenever there is a probability for the current to move in different direction, then all the direction are considered, all the branches in a circuit are considered as parallel branches. So let's say here current is I, which is entering into the circuit. Now it has three parts. I1 will go across the R1, I2 will go across R2, and I3 will be along R3. So at this point the current is divided into three different parts. So we will say R1, R2 and R3 all are in parallel combination. Now the supply is V. It has positive terminal which is high, and this is negative terminal low. R1, you can see here, R1 is connected across the positive terminal and one end of R1 is connected across negative terminal. So the potential drop across R1 is also V. The same case is with R2. One end of R2 is connected with positive terminal and other end is connected with the negative terminal. So potential difference across R2 is again V, and individually the same case is with R3. So all the resistors are having potential difference V, which is equal to the potential difference of the cell or applied supply. Now in this combination, what we have to notice? We have to notice that potential remains same. Along each resistor, and the value of current divides. Current gets divided along the branches. In series combination we have seen the reverse relation. In the series combination current remains same, voltage was divided across the resistor, but in the parallel combination potential remains same and the current gets divided. So we will consider this value. I1 is divided into I1 plus I is divided into I1 plus I2 plus I3. Let's say it is equation number 1. Now the current along R1 from Ohm's law, I1 current is equals to voltage upon resistance. So current along first resistor I1 is equals to V upon R1. Similarly I2 will be equal to V upon R2 and I3 will be equal to V upon R3. Okay. Now voltage remains same, resistance got changed, that's why the value of I1, I2 and I3 will be changed. So on putting the value of I1, I2, I3 in equation 1, we will get I is equals to V upon R1 plus V upon R2 plus V upon R3. Now you can take common V, So it will be like V 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Send V on the left hand side, it will be I upon V, which is equals to 1 upon R1, 1 upon R2 and 1 upon R3. Now from the Ohm's law, V is equals to IR. V is equals to IR. If we write like I upon V, so it becomes 1 upon R. Okay, here I is the total current, V is the total voltage, so its ratio will be 1 upon total resistance. So we can write I upon V is 1 upon R, and that is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. This is the equivalent resistance in the parallel combination, so we will write it Rp or R equivalent. So in parallel combination, 1 upon R equivalent is 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2 plus 1 upon R3. Here the equivalent resistance, and in series combination the equivalent resistance, both value have a relation with the individual resistance. In series combination we have seen that the equivalent resistance was greater than the individual greatest value, but in parallel combination the equivalent value of resistance is somewhat lesser than the individual smallest value. We will see by using one example. Let's take an example of two resistors, 2 ohm and here 3 ohm resistance and 6 ohm resistance. These two are connected across some supply. So if you want to get their equivalent resistance, then R equivalent, according to the formula we have 1 upon R equivalent is equals to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. So it will be like (9 upon 18). If we just reciprocal it, then it becomes R equivalent is equals to 18 upon 9, which is equals to 2 ohm. Now R1 is equals to 3 ohm and R2 is equals to 6 ohm. Individual smallest value is 3 ohm and the equivalent resistance is of the value 2 ohm. So in parallel combination we have reached the conclusion that R equivalent is less than the individual smallest value. Okay, for n number of resistors of equal value, R equivalent for n resistors of equal value is R divided by n. Okay, so let's say the two resistors of 2 ohm are connected in parallel with each other. Two resistors of 2 ohm are here connected in parallel. So if you want to get the resistance across the ends A and B, so RAB will be equal to, now you just see here both the resistance are equal. Now how many resistors are connected in parallel? There are 2 resistors of same value. So equivalent resistance will be value of resistance of a resistor divided by total number of resistors connected. So there are two resistors, so it will be 1 ohm is the equivalent resistance of the circuit. Okay, if these two resistance are combined in series, here it is 2 ohm, again it is 2 ohm, and if you are asked to find the resistance across the end AB when these are connected in series, then for this case RAB will be equal to 2 plus 2 4. So in this case we will write 2 multiplied by 2, that is equals to 4 ohm. It means for series combination, if n equal resistors are connected in series, then Rab is equals to n into R, and if it is in parallel, it is R upon n. Now you just compare the value of resistors. Value of resistance in both the cases are quite different. In series combination, the value is higher, whereas in parallel combination, the resistance is of lower value. So for a particular voltage applied in a circuit, let's say I have applied a circuit of voltage V for series combination, and the same voltage I have applied for a parallel combination. Here the voltage is V in both the cases. Then now you just tell me IP and IS. Can you compare the difference between the current? In this case, the resistance for the particular resistor is very high, whereas in this case the resistance is very low. So the value of current in the parallel combination will be depending on the resistance, equivalent resistance. So in these two cases, we will see for the constant or the same value of resistors connected in series and parallel, and for the same value of supply, we will have IP greater than IS. Okay, this is just because the current is greater in parallel combination, because the equivalent resistance in parallel combination is comparatively lower than the value of individual resistances, and in series combination the equivalent resistance is comparatively higher than the individual resistance. That's why the current along series will be of lower value. So this is, we will complete the topic advantage and disadvantage of series and parallel combination in our household circuit, in the industrial circuits, and so many other places. Okay, till now just revise this. Thank you.